Good evening. Good evening. It's Thursday. It's just 30 days in November, right? I gotta look. Right? What's the thing when how many months? What's the trick to figure out how many months are in or how many days in a month? Well, anyways, last day of November, and it's always an exciting thing to move on to another month. I always get excited towards the end of the month for my portfolio just to kind of see how I started this month and then how I ended this month. So I'm always excited to just see if I'm moving forward or if I need to adjust my portfolio and such. So thank y'all for tapping in. I'm gonna try to do a video every single day going forward and post it on my YouTube channel. So if you're not familiar, I have a brand new YouTube page. I will post the link. Let's do it right here. I think I should be able to do it on my phone and be able to copy it right over to y'all. So let's try that right now. Copy link. Let's see if I can post it right in here for y'all. Boom shakalaka. So there's a link for my YouTube page. Please, 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 please make sure you check it out. I guarantee there's some value in there. There's some game in there that it might change your life. It might kind of open your eyes to a different perspective of how you look at how you spend your money, how you're saving, how you're investing. If you're not investing at all, I guarantee there'll be something in there to kind of open your eyes and make you think about how you're spending money and how you can cut back on some of the things that you're spending on and start investing that money. If you're not investing today, tomorrow's a great time to start, or at least start reading and researching how to go about it if you're not necessarily comfortable with jumping in feet first into the water. The waters can be treacherous, but coming from a background in the casino industry, now I played poker. Pretty much I've played poker semi-professionally since, let's say, like 2014. And there's a couple years in there, obviously during COVID, where no one was, going out and going to the casinos and things like that. It took a couple years off. But during this time, I've been playing poker consistently. And either it's a poker tournament or cash games, and I've been making money doing that. And I'm very passionate about the game of poker. I love the game of poker. It really changed my life. I cannot tell my life story. I can't tell you who Claude purchases without mentioning poker. Poker has put food on the table for me, whether I'm playing or whether I was working in a casino as an employee, and multiple properties. I used to travel around and deal cards on the poker circuit for a living. This was from like 2012 till about 2016. And then in 2016, if you're not familiar with my story, I moved to Maryland and then I opened up a property here in Maryland, and I've been here since. I don't currently work there anymore. I left for multiple reasons. We're not going to get into that today. But I left and I was really empowered during that time. Right before I left, I was going to these conventions, these summits and things, and I was educating myself on how to transition away from just being a poker player to being an investor, because there's a lot of similarities in poker and investing. And I kind of talked about this, and I posted a couple of these similarities here today, so I definitely wanted to highlight one of the things that I posted today. Where is it at? So poker and investing takes a short time to learn. So investing is not too hard, right? You open up an account. There's stocks, there's bonds. If you want to dive into crypto, there's a plethora of things that you can put your money in and invest into, right? And it's not really hard to really understand how to go about it. But it takes really a lifetime to master playing poker and a lifetime to master this investing game. And so you can learn how to invest, but how to invest and be successful at it long term, it's going to take a lifetime for you to learn in and out of the market or whatever subject or environment that you're investing in. It's going to take you a very long time to really get to know the ins and outs and how the thing moves. So just be mindful that this game is a game of patience. It's a game of consistency, and you really need to know who you are as an investor, what kind of risk that you're willing to take, how are you going to react if your account is in red. So say for me, Tesla has really been a stock that's really been hard for me to hold on to. And it's not necessarily because of the fundamentals of the company or anything that's really happening within Tesla. It has everything to do with Elon. Elon is spouting his mouth. I know you guys seen this. I've been posting it online as well. But he was at the, I believe it's called Deal Book Summit a couple days ago, if not yesterday. And he got on stage and he was talking to Andrew Ross Sorkin, who is he's on CNBC every morning. And he interviewed a lot of CEOs, CFOs, and he interviewed Elon. And he asked Elon a couple questions about his anti-Semitic comments. And Elon, let me go back. Elon did apologize for the comment, and he did say that was probably one of the biggest mistakes he's made. And I'm glad he did. He didn't just double down and say, I'll say whatever I want. He did apologize for his actions. But later on, Andrew asked Elon about advertising and some of the companies that are pulling advertisement from Twitter or X. And so Elon he specifically spoke to Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, and told other folks that are pulling advertising from Twitter or X, told them to F themselves. He's go F yourself. And then he did one of these, go F yourself. Just like you already know who does stuff like that. This is not somebody who I'm going to blindly invest and just trust. He's shown us multiple times the past week, the past month, the past year, how this guy is not stable. He works his butt off. He's a very smart man. He's a very rich man. And there's no checks and balances with him. He does what he wants. He says what he wants. And that's awesome to be able to have the opportunity to do and say what you want without any repercussions. But as for somebody who's invested in his company and how he's going about it, this is not somebody who I'm going to just shove all my money to and just blindly trust. So you got to be mindful of kind of these things. And if you didn't know about this, and maybe you own a Tesla, and maybe you're part of the Jewish community, right? If someone's saying something like this, do you really want to be driving their car? And even if you're not in the Jewish community, do you really want to invest with somebody? Do you really want to buy products from somebody who is encouraging hate? And it doesn't have to be hate towards your community. It can be hate towards anybody's community. That's not somebody who I want to be aligned with. Now, I say this, and I haven't fully pulled all of my money out of Tesla. I pretty much cut half of my investment from Tesla. I took profits, and I'm letting the rest because I have really great, I bought at decent prices, and I really don't see it falling that low unless something crazy happens within Tesla. So I'm not jumping right now. I'm gonna let those run. I'm gonna let them stand still. Those stocks stand still a little bit, continue to make money for me. And if Elon continues to go down this path, then I'll definitely pull everything from him. Because what I'm really trying to do, I invested in Tesla, the company, because I don't want to pull money out of my pocket and pay Elon however much it's going to cost for one of his vehicles. What I want to do, I want to invest in the company, and I want to take profits from that company or from that investment, and I want to buy my Tesla, or to be honest, any EV. Because at this point, I don't want to be driving a Tesla if this is the type of behavior that the CEO and the leader and founder of the company, if that's how he's going to handle himself. So that's just my 2 cents on that. You can invest in, that's the beauty of it, right? You can invest and put your money wherever you like. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other. All I'm really here to do is give you the blueprint of what I've been using, what's been successful for me. Going forward, hopefully that can help you in your investment decisions. And I'll reiterate that I'm here to tell you guys what to invest in. All I'm here to do is share my knowledge, and hopefully you can take some of that knowledge and implement it in your own game. Just like I did in poker, and just like I did with when I followed Earn Your Leisure, Wall Street Trapper. I listen and read on Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, who just recently passed away, Paul Tudor Jones, Tony Robbins. All these guys have great information to provide, and I take all that information and I don't just blindly just follow whatever someone else does. I take it all in, crumble it all up, and make it nice and pretty. Do a little origami. This is just a metaphor, and create a strategy that's going to be successful for me. And I believe I've done that so far, and I want to pass that on to you guys, and so you guys can create passive income yourself. So again, please make sure you click the link. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. I would truly, 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 truly appreciate it. I know we haven't. I've been putting in work on Facebook. Lots where a lot of you know me from the poker community or just friends and family throughout the years. That's really where I put a lot of my content is on Facebook, because you guys know me. I keep to myself. I keep a small circle. And so I wasn't really somebody that was always on social media trying to friend and follow every single person that I'm at. That's not me. I don't really care what you guys are doing, to be quite honest. There's a very small percentage of folks who don't really care what they're doing. And there's very few people that are, posting on Facebook and actually posting something of value. There's a lot of dancing videos, a lot of nonsense on Facebook. And I want you out there to live your best life and everything, but let's post stuff that's providing value for others, and not just post stuff on make people dance and just nonsense. But that's where I want to lead to my Patreon. So next year I will be rolling out a Patreon. It's going to cost $50 per month. You can cancel anytime you like. And it's going to be a collective of poker players, entrepreneurs, investors, business owners, pretty much anybody I've met along my path to financial wealth, financial freedom. I want to bring everybody in. Monday and Friday, we're going to talk about the stock market. We're going to dive deep into the stock market. While you're at work and getting your money, getting them coins, I'm going to be watching CNBC, reading. I read quite a bit every single day, and I'm going to provide the most important topics of discussion that day into that Patreon page. Okay? So you don't have to come home and you don't have to try to cram and dissect all this information. I'm going to break it down for you. In doing so, we're going to have other folks in who have expertise in their own field. We'll have poker players come on, and maybe you'll have opportunity to buy some of their action. And when I mean poker players come on, I don't just mean your Joe and Schmo come on and talk about how their poker session went. I mean the best players in the world. If you're not familiar already, I've interviewed 3 of the top players in their respective state. Each one of them in the top 25 in the entire state. The entire state. Ryan Jones, Yasser El-Khaladar, and last but not least, Laura Eisenberg. I've interviewed all 3 of them. Yasser and Laura were on the same interview together on my YouTube page. And Ryan and I just recently did a podcast together that was released on past Friday. So make sure you check that out. And I'm also going to put the link to my podcast on here for you guys as well. So let me get that pulled up for you. Boom. So you got it. So you got both. You have the YouTube page, please subscribe, and then you have the podcast that's there for you as well. So make sure you check out the podcast, follow, download, share with your friends and family, and please leave a review. If you hate it, let me know. If you like it, let me know. I want to improve. If you don't like something, or if you say, hey, could I maybe do this a little bit differently, just let me know. I'll make it better for you. I'll curate it perfectly for you. This is still the early stages, so if there's something, if you're willing and you want to watch the show, but something's not hitting right, or something rubbed you the wrong way, jump in my DM, Come talk to me. We'll talk about it. If I offended you, let me know. I am not too proud to say I apologize, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So let me know. I'm here for you guys. That's what it's all about. I am very unselfish person. To be quite honest, I give more of myself than I need to people, and I give people a lot more time than I need to. At least in the past. But I want us all to gain wealth. There's no reason that we can't be in the market getting this money, just like these rich folks are doing. These hedge funds managers, these day traders. A lot of them don't even know what they're doing. They're just in and out of stocks. I watch them and listen to them on TV, and I'm just like, one day you're doing this, one day you're doing that. You don't even know what you're doing. But I want to get into long-term investing. We're not going to be somebody who's going to be day trading every single day. We're getting in and out. We're going to find great companies. We're going to buy them at great prices, and we're going to hold long-term. Unless the story changes, then we pivot and we get out of that company. It's that simple. Find great companies at a great price. We execute, we hold, and if the story changes, we exit. And then we rinse and repeat. It's that simple. Okay? So Monday through Friday, like I said, on the Patreon, it's going to be $50 per month. You can cancel anytime. Monday through Friday, we're going to talk about the market. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're going to make it lighthearted. On the weekends, we'll bring in, like I said, poker players. We'll bring in content creators, and we'll have more fun. And on Saturday or Sunday, more than likely, probably on Sunday evening, right before Sunday night football, we'll jump on at 7 o'clock together. And we'll all come together, and we'll just talk about what happened that week. Things that happen in your portfolio, things that happen in my portfolio. We'll all get together, and we'll go about it, and we'll make money together. Okay? Does that sound like a good idea? I know some $50 might. Well, I'm not giving you $50. If I can't provide you $50 worth of game per month, then shame on me. But $50, you guys are spending $50 on nonsense. You're going out drinking. Any other vices that you might have that you're spending money on? That coffee every single day. Is that coffee that important, or can you make some cheap coffee at home? Just think about how much money you're spending on coffee every single day. If you're a coffee drinker going to Starbucks, probably spending like $5 to $8 every single day on coffee. I want you to add that up and think how you're just consuming money that you could use that's going to create generational wealth or financial freedom for you. So those little things, I want you to just kind of dig in deep. Read this book, pick up this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That'll really open up your mind and make you realize, yeah, I'm spending a lot of money on nonsense that I don't need to be spending. And here's a great example. How did I act? Well, let me ask you this question. How many of you purchased your first home by the age of 30? Right now, it's extremely difficult, right, to purchase a home. Well, so I moved here in 2016, live in an apartment, then just come here and just immediately find a home. And in 2019, the person that I moved here with, she and I decided to go separate ways. So I said, if I'm going to stay here, because I came from Michigan, and the cost of living is extremely more affordable in Michigan than it is in Maryland, right? Especially the closer you are to DC. And I was living in Alexandria, Virginia. It's a beautiful area, but it's expensive. And so I told myself, if I'm going to stay here in this area, I'm not going to rent. I'm going to find a home. I'm going to plant some seeds. And it's going to be really more so an investment rather than my primary residence. It's the place that I live, but what I planned on doing is to rent it out eventually. So in order for me to do that, I had to change some things. And I mentioned in the beginning of this clip, I'll just, for lack of a better word, that I love poker, and I cannot tell my life story without poker. I gave up poker for 2 years. I gave up what I love, what I was passionate about, because I knew if I gave this up and I saved some money, that I could get my house, and instead of paying someone else's mortgage and making somebody else wealthy, I pay my own mortgage. And so 2019, After 6 months of living in Airbnbs, bouncing back and forth in places where I didn't even, it was rough, y'all. I finally found a home, purchased my first home by myself with the help of my father. I don't want to say I did everything by myself. My father helped me. So I put money down, and my father helped me with what did I do? Pretty much my father and I, we went half and half. So I put the money down, and he put some money down too. And then I got my first home. I've been in here since. The equity in my house has been through the roof. It's amazing. Hopefully it stays that way. But that's what I'm talking about. You have to be a little bit, sometimes we got to be uncomfortable in order to get what we want in life. And so that's what I did. I gave up poker and I locked in. I saved every single dollar I possibly could until I finally was able to purchase my first home. And so that's what I'm trying to get into to get in that mindset. There's a lot of things that we do and we buy and we spend money on every single week that is not necessarily something that we need, or it's something that we want. But if we cut that back and we start investing, or if we put that money into educating ourselves or building ourselves, it'll probably be more beneficial than that cup of coffee or those couple drinks out during the week, or whatever else we spend money on that is kind of a waste in a grand scheme of things when we think about it. So just want to kind of get us in that right mindset. All right, now more lighthearted stuff. So if you are in the DMV area, I drive 40 miles every Thursday to go to this place to get some ramen. It's in, I think it's called Glen Burnie. I think it's in Glen Burnie, Maryland. And the place is called Ramen Ya, Ramenya. I just want to shout out this place because it is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. The food is consistent. It comes out piping hot. I get the black tonkatsu ramen and shrimp shumai. Same thing every single week. Love it. I look forward to Thursday, driving up every Thursday. Listen to my podcast that I get a chance to listen to during the week. And then I would say this: listen to podcasts when you're on the road, on your road trips. Educate yourself when you're in the car. And I don't mean just kind of get. I don't mean just kind of listening to just like just find a podcast like Earn Your Leisure, Market Mondays, or Wall Street Trappers, not Recession Sure, but Trapping Tuesday. Listen to those podcasts, get some game, and then when you get back home, execute. Or put if they are talking about stocks, put the stocks on your watch list and watch them going forward. Earn Your Leisure is great talking about macroeconomics, and Wall Street Trappers he specializes in really breaking down the stock market and really gives you the confidence and to invest in individual stocks and not necessarily just ETFs where you have a broad group of stocks that you're investing in. He shows you how to break down a company and how to show how something is going to be a great investment or something that is a little risky and maybe not so much a great investment. So just tap in with that. Listen to podcasts when you're on the long road trips. But I wanted to shout out Ramen Ya. They are great customer service. Definitely check it out if you are in that area. My Roth IRA hit an all-time high today. So let's go over to it. Uh-oh, I almost deleted it. So to start this month, remember I said I like looking at how I'm performing, my stock portfolio is performing. September was rough, right? September was rough. A lot of people maybe left the market because September was so rough. A lot of red in the month of September. And so November 1st, my Roth portfolio was sitting at $22,876. And as of the close today, which is November 30th, the end of November, my Roth portfolio is at $25,452. So that's a nice little run, right? Just in 1 month. I'm not mad at it. I know you wouldn't be mad at making a little money, right? So this is what I'm talking about. Get in position, fight through the storm. It's going to be rough during those red months. September historically it's a red month. It's a down month in the stock market. But it also provides a great opportunity to buy the dips, right? And that's exactly what I did. I bought the dips. The companies I was invested in October, the story didn't change. It's just the stock market, September, it typically goes down. So everybody was selling. When everybody was selling and overselling, that was the time where I was buying more shares, getting in position. And look at that. A month later, shoo! Portfolio goes up. So just stay with it. Disregard what the talking heads are saying on CNBC or any of the networks on television. You know why you invested in the company. You had the thesis of why you invested in the company. Did the story change? No. Is it a buying opportunity? Yeah. All right, well, execute. You should have some cash on the side if your plan is holding. Execute with that cash on the side. Sit back, relax, and print money. It's that easy. And I want to end the episode with this. Just kind of something funny. Well, it's not really funny. I didn't appreciate it. So I went to the grocery store. I went to Giant today. And I always go to self-checkout. Now, mind you, now that I thought about it when I came back home, I get it, bro. So I was wearing a black coat, this black sweatshirt. I don't remember if I had this hat on or not. More than likely I did. And I probably had shades on too. So I probably looked suspect as heck. I get to the self-checkout, and this guy comes right behind me. I'm not joking, right behind me and watches me scan the whole thing. I didn't say anything to him. I just kept it to myself because I know what's going out there in the world. A lot of people are stealing, and self-checkout is the exact place to do it. I just left, and I just thought to myself, yep, won't be shopping there anymore. If you're going to watch somebody, at least be discreet about it, because I know what you're doing. I'm not stupid. So y'all need to train your people better. If you're going to watch somebody like that, be discreet, because I'm not going back in there. Because I promise you, I haven't sold a thing in my life. Actually, I lied. What I do steal, I will steal lighters from y'all. If we're sitting around hanging out and there's a lighter on the table, I don't know why. I don't even know that I'm doing it. I will steal your lighter. I love just flicking lighters. I love stealing lighters. Now, I'm not going to go to the grocery store and steal it. But with my friends, just hanging out, I will steal your lighter. So watch me. That's about the only thing I'm going to steal. I lied. I'm going to steal your chips at the poker table too. And it's going to be real easy to steal your chips at the poker table. Well, depending on the player you are and the kind of mood and mindset I'm in. Sometimes I can be the fish, and sometimes y'all can be bluffing me and stealing chips from me. So I'm not going to even act like I'm the best player in the world. But yeah, there's two places that I do steal in scenarios. Lighters from my friends and chips at the poker table. Other than that, you ain't got to worry about me stealing anything. I'm going to work for mine. So I just want to, y'all got to be better. If you're going to watch somebody like that, or if you think somebody's up to no good, just keep an eye on them from a distance. Don't come right behind me, standing over me, watching me and see if I'm stealing something. Bro, I got more in my pocket than you. So stop it. And I don't mean to come off like that, but sometimes that's how I feel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little clip. Please make sure you go into the links and follow my podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be releasing a podcast tomorrow by 5 p.m. Eastern. I saw Godzilla and Napoleon, so I'll do the review for that. And we'll also discuss the stock market as well. So make sure you download the episode. Make sure you tap in with me. Make sure you get ready. Get that $50 ready for that Patreon. Put it this way. If you want to make money by not just going to work and having somebody else pay you, you're gonna join this Patreon group. $50 is chump change. Y'all are blowing, like I said, y'all are blowing $50 on nonsense on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on $50 for you to get value, not just from me. Like I said, we're gonna have folks from all walks of life, and I'll have people that are more savvy than I am in the investing game. I'll have people that are, if you're interested in poker, I'll have better poker players than myself. Content creators, if you want somebody who does better job at creating content than me, they'll be in there too. I've already vetted a decent amount of people already who seem like they're interested. We'll just see if they actually go about it, right? I can't hold anybody's hand and force them to do anything. But the conversations with a lot of the people that I've had on my podcast already, and other people that I've yet to interview but will be on the podcast, say they're interested. So if y'all think this, if y'all want to change your life, if you want to level up, join me in the Patreon. Up until that time, there's so much free game that I've released in All in Society and Friends live show, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and my podcast, which I release episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's so much free game in there that you can use just that alone to be able to execute and start printing money in the market or finding other creative ways to make some money, whether it's podcasting, whether it's on YouTube. So much value, and it's all for free. I'm here for y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate your support. I truly do. I really do. Thank you for tapping in. I'll see y'all next time.